Hi, I'm Nicolas Roche, former World Tour rider, and I'm rookie in gravel racing, and I'm here with one of the best, and he's going to give me loads of advice.
I'm Pete Stetina. I'm also a former World Tour rider. We did a lot together back in the day. We've raced on pavement together more than off-road, but yeah, I'm finally not the rookie in this instance. So yeah, man. Well, second gravel race. First one, the experiences. What did you, I guess what surprised you? Like what was different about, because you've done a bunch of Euro gravel now.
Yeah.
So, all right, the US, the heartland of gravel, like this is where this racing is kind of like first took off. What was your experience of Lawrence? Like what surprised you?
Well, first of all, I learned a new word, on-road.
Yep.
And gravel was the hard bit of road racing.
Yep.
And I find gravel is the easy bit of on-road racing.
Yeah.
So that was my lesson one. That was the key one. It's like, yeah, gravel is the easy bit of the racing in the US.
Yeah.
Those single tracks were really technical for me as a rookie.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the whole atmosphere. Very similar to here, the kind of gathering around the day before, kind of mingling, going from 10 to 10, grabbing a coffee. And then yeah, it's hardcore racing, and the word you used actually was cutthroat, which I found was true, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow because you said tomorrow is a proper one.
Yep.
And yeah, it's been I mean, I have to say a big thank you to everyone who's welcomed me in from last weekend here. It's been cool to have you guys kind of giving me a few pieces of advice on tire pressures and how the race is going, because I'm used to having a motorbike, or we were used to having a motorbike in front of you telling you to go left or right. Now it's following arrows. Yeah. When you're lucky. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, is even though it is like cutthroat racing, like you did it the same as a lot of us, where you're still in this adventure together, and you still always pulled through, and everyone kind of shared the load to get to the point, right? And yeah, I mean, and the one thing that I'll say was impressed me was I think I saw your little thing right after the shakeout ride finished. It was like, I think 11, it wasn't even noon yet, and you had a beer and your burrito, and I was like, okay, he's embracing it, man. So I guess you're a beer before noon kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the good point of having the races or the event start so early.
Yeah, there's more time for the post race. Yeah. So do they do some sort of a thing like this happening in the Euro circuit yet, or is
they're trying? Some of the brands are embracing it more than others.
Yeah.
And I think what I've really appreciated here in the US is they're kind of central in a small town, but they're central in a town where you actually have stuff going on.
Right.
I found that in Europe, because gravel racing is taking you so far out of the main cities, you're really in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard to get that buzz where you can go and have a coffee. I just had a last minute haircut,
right?
And hang around in between stands, and it's a bit more of a vibe in the whole city rather than just coming out 5 o'clock in the morning, and leaving straight afterwards.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I hope some of the guys from Europe come here and learn from it, especially event organizers, and try to build something similar.
So, all right, the one thing we do know is World Tour racing. Tomorrow there's 4 quick steps and 2 Boras here. Like, I've been trying to think about it. Like, I wonder how much like they're going to be in this race with us. Like, do you think they're just here for a sponsor, or you think they're here to throw down? Because I looked at Casper Asgren's Instagram, and the dude rides gravel. Like, so I can't tell. Like, late October. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it all depends on how much you're ready to suffer. That's one thing I realized in gravel. It's about not letting go. And it's a long day of suffering. There's no easy bit, or when it's easy, you just know it's going to get harder.
You came back like 6 times in Lawrence, like, yeah, that's true.
It's just about not letting go. So after a hard season on the road, how are they mentally prepared?
Right.
Because physically, we know a World Tour rider is one of the strongest riders on the planet, so it's nothing about being physically prepared. It's about how much you're ready to go deep after giving it all. I think it'd be a mix tomorrow. There's going to be riders there from that bunch of World Tour riders who just want to go as deep and embrace the whole adventure, as in racing, and enjoying that really sore feeling that you have when you finish the line. You're exhausted. There's nothing like that.
Right.
And then there might be some others who are there, I wouldn't say for a sponsor, because they're mainly there for the experience as well, but they might want a different experience. Whereas I go until it gets too hard, and then just make it to the finish. stop at a feed zone,
Yeah.
and not worry about grabbing like you were telling me this morning,
Yeah.
basically sprinting to the feed zone or tech zone,
Yeah.
grabbing your water bottle and just going for it.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be more about the mindset they will have in the morning.
And the self-sufficiency, you know,
Of
like
course.
this course tomorrow, I mean, this eats tires, you know, as we were talking about, and like, it's like how much experience those guys have with plugs and all that stuff too, you know, like you can't just, I mean, Remy has a massive engine, right? Like the dude just time trials away from anyone, but like, is he just going to smash rocks left and right until his bike is done? So
Yeah.
that's a big question.
And how quick is he with a plug?
Exactly.
Because I realized my first one, I was about 10 minutes trying to figure out how it works.
Me too, man.
And it looks easy. Yeah, you take the plug, put it around it, stick it in, make sure it's round, go deep, don't pinch the tire. Like I did the whole kind of tutorial.
Yeah.
But when you're in the stress of the racing and you're looking for where the plug is, what are you going to put first, the sealant, or are you going to put the gas first? And I was just like, oh, I had it all wrong.
All right. Right on,
I think
man.
looking forward to getting back on the bike with you tomorrow.
Yeah, man, that'll be fun.
And yeah, and again having beers. Hopefully, well, noon sounds a bit optimistic.
Yeah, for this one, maybe a little optimistic.
But before one.
Before one, yeah. The
Best
right
of
on,
luck, man.
You too.
You even got me into looking into camper vans. Like it's unbelievable. My missus is really not believing what she's saying at the moment.
So that's my van sponsor right there, Storyteller.
Oh yeah.
Those things are sick. That's that's a Mercedes.
The Sprinter.
Yep.
Yeah, Sprinter.
Yeah, that's the Sprinter 4x4, 144. So the short wheelbase, so you can like park it downtown, no problem.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm looking at.